What's up, guys? Welcome to the Late Night Boys podcast. If you're tuning in for the first time, you can catch us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. And please enjoy.
All right. Well, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Late Night Boys podcast. As you can see, Spencer is not here, and it's just me, which is all right. Me and Spencer ended up kind of quitting about a year ago, just with things that he had going on, which is actually really cool. He ended up starting some rodeo stuff, and in that time span, he broke his arm, and so that kind of sucked for him, but he's getting back into rodeo stuff again, which is awesome for him, and I'm happy for him. And so now I've decided, you know what, I'm gonna, start out the podcast again, but it's gonna be just me and guests. I'm gonna have just random guests on the show. Have some buddies on here, which will be a good time. Sorry, there we go. I had something in my throat. Anyway, so yeah, this could be a little different, but that's all right. I'm only talking to 35 subscribers, but hey, guys, I appreciate the support, and I hope I can keep getting support through this. And I don't know, life was a little crazy for me as well. I ended up kind of changing my whole life about 8 months ago. Went through a breakup, made some decisions that maybe wasn't, just some interesting life decisions that just I didn't, or maybe not life decisions, just things in life that I didn't realize was going to happen to me, but it did. And then about 5 months ago, I got sick, and I'm still sick, but it's okay because I'm figuring it out, and that's just how life is. And yeah, I'm in constant pain, but you know what? That's okay. All right, I gotta stop looking at the computer, guys. This has been a while, and I'm jumping back into it, so I apologize. I'm a little rusty, but I'm excited for this. I really am. As you can see, I have my fireplace next to me, so I gotta make it feel like home. Just have a nice fireplace and keep it keep it home like. That makes no sense. I don't know what that means. Anyway, but yeah, so obviously, guys, this is the Late Night Boys podcast. So currently I'm doing this at 10:50 p.m. I don't know how long this episode is going to be, how long I'm going to go, but we'll see how this goes, But yeah, so some future stuff that I'm hoping for, like I said, is to do some episodes with some buddies and stuff, and keep that going and fun, and I'm excited for that. That'll be good time, and yeah, I don't know, still gonna try to keep this towards a comedy podcast, but yeah, that's just the way it's gonna go, and we'll have some more serious episodes, I'm sure, but hopefully I haven't been too boring, guys. I'm not used to just doing it on my own, but what we're gonna do here actually is I really don't know what I'm looking up right now. Dude, that's not what I wanted. I don't know what I'm looking up right now. Jeez. This is weird, guys. I don't have Spencer with me, and it's really weird. And I'm just trying to like keep this going right now. But okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. It's been like a year since this, right? Oh, I got a good topic, guys. Okay. So recently, Snow White popped up, right? Snow White came out, and there was a bunch of TikToks that I'm sure everybody saw of Snow White, the movie. People in movie theater, right? And they're like, "Oh, it's so busy" or something like that. You know, it's like empty. Nobody else is in there, and I think it's just kind of crazy. Just with the actor. Okay, this would be good, guys. This is what I needed a computer for. Whatever her freaking name is. I don't care enough to really care. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's insane. I looked this up, right? And the first thing that pops up is YouTube by Jedi Brooks. Why Snow White is an abomination. A scene comparison. It's this really, really ugly photo. So that's awesome. So what is her name though? Give me her name. Okay, Rachel Zegler. Thought it was super interesting. So a movie originally, it's about Snow White, and she's got the prince, whatever, blah blah blah. That goes on. She goes to sleep. Does she go to sleep? Guys, maybe I don't know about this too much either. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she. Duh. Guys, this is bad. I don't even know. It's been so long since I've seen the cartoon, since I was a kid. Okay, I wasn't wrong. Okay, good. Okay, she is the one with the poison apple. Okay, guys, this was bad. Snow White, poison apple. She eats it. She falls asleep. Then the freaking dude comes and fights, and she turns into a dragon, right? The Snow White stepmom turn into a dragon? This is bad. Okay, so she disguises herself as an old hag. Guys, we're just doing research at this point, right? Snow White. Oh, gosh. We're going to do this with this hand. Okay, Snow White, original film. How does she wake up? She wake up? Question mark. Guys, oh, that's right. Okay. See, this is all coming back to me a little bit. Okay, so overall, let's go over this real quick. Okay, Snow White, blah blah blah. I'm not really sure what happens in the beginning, in between, whatever. She eats an apple though, because the lady's disguised as a hag, or the stepmom, right? And then you got the dwarfs in there and stuff like that. And so the dwarfs, and eventually, like, she falls asleep. The dwarfs take her to a glass coffin and so forth. And the prince comes and fights her, gives her a kiss, breaking the spell. The prince saves her, blah, blah, blah. So it was super interesting, though, looking through whatever they were, TikToks or whatever, was the TikToks themselves was just kind of funny overall. Okay, so she's getting made fun of. The whatever her name is. Jeez, sorry, I'm like pushing, blowing into the mic. Rachel Zegler. Rachel Zegler is an interesting person. That's all I have to say. I'm not going to go too much into it, but a lot of people don't like her. Not because she tries to push everything politically. Which obviously you have your opinion, whatever, but just the way that she was doing it just pissed everyone off. It pissed everyone off. Another thing that pissed people off was the dwarfs weren't real. They were animated, right? When there's plenty of dwarf actors that need jobs and would love to do, I'm sure they would have loved to do Snow White, you know? So that was super interesting to see that they were animated. Who knows why they did that? That was stupid. But yeah, they were animated instead of just having people that could do the job and do a perfect job with the dwarfs. Like, okay, I get it, it's 2025, animation's cool, but come on. What's the point? You know? So, yeah, Rachel Zegler. Oh, gosh. This is funny, honestly, so I'm going through it. Then you got the Daily Mail. Woke Snow White makes a shocking A-list enemy after career move. Disney live-action Snow White is still $15 million away from a box office milestone. Little People, Big World. Zach Roloff issues blunt response to Snow White. And that's a short guy, a dwarf. I don't really know what Gal Gadot's. Hopefully I said that correct. Her whole opinion is on this. I saw some videos through this, and like on TikTok or whatever, on Instagram, and she kind of just goes along with it the best she can whenever they're interviewing Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot, right? And she just kind of goes along with it. But one interesting thing that Rachel Zegler said was like, oh yeah, I mean, that was back then, but this is now, and women's rights, woman power, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, but that's not how the original movie was. Aren't you going off the original movie, And like I said, like, overall, like, it's up to you. You do what you want. Like, you have your opinions, but no, I'm not gonna. Stupid Apple Watch, piss me off. But yeah, so like, you can have your own opinions and stuff, but it's just kind of interesting. What does good old Wikipedia tell me? I'm kind of curious. Wikipedia, right? 2025 film. 2025 American musical fantasy film directed by Mark Webb, produced by Mark Platt Production, blah blah blah. Okay, I don't care. A noble princess who escapes assassination by her stepmother, the evil queen, and joins with the 7 magical characters. Rogue bandit named Jonathan Blow to claim her kingdom. Plans for Snow White remake were confirmed in October 2016. Okay, the film generated significant controversy regarding to its color-blind casting, changes to the story. See, there you go. Changes to the story and the reimagining of the 7 Dwarfs. Additionally, backlash stemmed from lead actress Zegler's public critiques of the original film and Donald Trump. Okay, throw that in there. That makes sense. As well as her and Gadot's opposing views on the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, leading to calls for boycotts. Wow. Okay, I guess Gal Gadot wasn't on that. That's weird. I don't know why she would do that. Snow White premiered, blah blah blah, March 12, 2025. It received mixed reviews from critics and it grossed $170 million with Riot. With a production budget of $240 to $270 million, it is one of Disney's most expensive films and only made $170 million. Guys, people, what were you thinking? Disney took the loss on this one, guys. Disney took the loss. Like, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. Okay, the plot. We could go over this. Yeah, why not? We'll go over this. Okay. Plot. Benevolent king and queen welcome their daughter during a snowstorm, naming her Snow White to honor the day. Years later, the queen falls ill and passes away. The king hastily remarries, blah, 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 to the yeah, maybe I should read this. Remarries, mounting a campaign against an encroaching threat. When he does not return, the new queen usurps the throne. That's weird how they worded that. Revealing herself as an enchantress whose vanity surpasses her beauty. Bum, bum, bum. Under the evil queen's rule, subjects are either left destitute or conscripted into the royal guard. Meanwhile, Snow White, she's confined to a palace. The queen currently Snow White's beauty while sharing her own. Okay, so she's scared of Snow White's beauty still. That's good. And then in the mirror, she's like, who's the first of them all? The mirror always responds in her favor, pleasing her. Sorry, guys, I gotta drink some water. Throwback. Alright, Kirkland. Throwback. Water, bro. Oh, gosh. I'm gonna put this down because it's not gonna be a good time. I'll let you hear me drinking, though. You're welcome for that. I almost started talking to the water bottle. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Okay, so. Oh, yeah, I need water like none other. That's wild. Okay, one day Snow White sees Jonathan, the cynical leader of a band of bandits, raiding the pantry. When he's sentenced to be tied to the gates, she frees him and gives him food. That same day, the magic mirror declares that Snow White is now the fairest. Enraged, the queen oils the royal huntsman to take Snow White into the forest, kill her, and bring her heart back in a jeweled box. The huntsman instead warns Snow White of the queen's intentions. At his urging, Snow White flees deep into the forest. So that's kind of the same to the original story, right? Gosh, okay. So yeah, she meets all the dwarves. Oh boy. What were they going on about? This is literally just kind of the same thing. It's very close. I think it would have been a very enjoyable movie had they not messed it up so much. And Rachel Zegler hadn't messed it up so much. You know what's super interesting though? Okay, moving from that, because that's kind of just like, oh yeah, cool, whatever. Is Snow White and the Evil Queen. That kind of seems interesting. By what's her name? Come on, I know her name. Brett Cooper. Okay, cool. Brett Cooper. That would be interesting, right? Brett Cooper playing in Snow White. She's kind of talked about it a little bit before. She was kind of making fun of the other Snow White movie. But I don't know, that'd be interesting. I think it'd be a cool comeback to just do the movie right and better and not be talking so much trash on everything that it's not even good. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. I thought that kind of contradiction was actually pretty interesting. But yeah, I know Disney lost a whole bunch of movie money. Dude, I literally type in RACH and it's just Rachel Zegler. First thing that pops up. Oh, and it was super interesting too is they actually canceled Rachel Zegler for a lot of what's it called? Like red carpet type stuff. I don't know what it was. Just stuff that Disney had planned. She was also supposed to sing at the castle or something like that, and Disney actually canceled it. And they kind of canceled her too from Disney. I don't know if she's oh dang, box office poison. Rachel Zegler in Snow White. Dang, interesting. Anyway, kind of crazy, guys. Rachel Zegler, what are you doing to yourself? I know a lot. She was kind of just like, oh, you guys are just jealous that I'm so good, blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, that don't even make sense, bro. Chill. Yo, why this picture so bad? Okay, Rachel Zegler, I got another thing to say. Please don't ever do your hair up like that ever again. That is so bad. Yeah, that's really bad. It was a good movie, though. They did really good at West Side Story. I think that's what it's called, right? West. Yeah, West Side Story. That was a good movie with Ansel Elgort and Rachel Zegler. That was really good. Mike Faist actually did really good in it, too. I just thought that was interesting because that movie was super good. And then all of a sudden, this whole Snow White thing comes out, and it's like, yeah, no, that wasn't good. And it's like, oh no. But I don't know. I thought that was super interesting, just with, people do good in movies, and sometimes they just make really stupid decisions and decide that they want to mess up their career by trashing on things that they shouldn't be trashing on. Or don't need to be trashing on, is what I should say. But yeah, that's super interesting. But yeah, so I thought I'd talk a little bit on that because there's been a bunch of just controversy with that. That's crazy, that's crazy. Yeah. So I was gonna talk a little bit more. So I'm thinking just having guests, right? I don't know. I'll kind of just be whatever, Similar to other comedy podcasts, but I guess kind of similar to what the TMG podcast is now. Noel has continued with the TMG podcast, even though Cody has left the TMG podcast. And so Noel has kind of just had guests on there and talked more about stuff, and that's been pretty interesting. But yeah, he's kind of just had guests on there, and he's gone in lots of different directions. I thought it was super cool that the first video that he made was a guy that goes and just builds structures, like just homes, like smaller homes with what he can find out in the woods. So it's not like anything amazing, but it's good. Like, it's super good, but it's not like a home, but it's like still super good. And it was super interesting because the guy actually went and had a place, and then he ended up actually getting kicked out of the other place and kind of just like made it back to how it was before and didn't get charged, luckily. And then one guy actually reached out to him and was like, hey, I'll let you chill over here for now. And so he went over there, and yeah, so he kind of was doing his own thing and just like making money and posting off TikTok and stuff like that. So that was cool. But yeah, so Noah's kind of just gone different ways. He's also done it with other comedians, obviously, which is smart. And he's had like even some random guests on there too. One was a lady, I think that was the TMG. Yeah, one of them was a lady that prepares for when people are about to die, and she like helps prepare the family and stuff like that, which was super interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't remember what that's called because that was like a while ago, but I don't know, super interesting. And yeah, so I guess my point was, I don't know why I was going over the TMG podcast more. I mean, I really like the TMG podcast. I look up, up to that podcast because they're funny, they make me laugh, but also I don't know. I guess I was kind of comparing, wasn't I? So yeah, in comparison, it's kind of just the direction I'm going is just kind of, it's gonna be random people. It's gonna be good, and it'll be funny. Hopefully, I know this one wasn't like super funny, other than making fun of Rachel Zegler and looking at really, really, really weird, freaking photos of her. But I'll have some buddies on here, and it'll be. I don't know. I'm just excited. The direction that we're going to go is going to be good. But I will miss Spencer a lot. Spencer will be missed. I will miss making fun of sponsorships with him. Trying to be like, yo, Costco Dry, Who knows? That was just one of the running jokes in the past. And obviously the Kirkland water that'll make you come. There you go. There's that joke too. So good that it'll make you come. But yeah, yeah, pretty interesting. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed tonight with Late Night Boy podcast with your host Will. Obviously, I'm just going to be taking over the whole thing and just kind of be going the direction I want to go, and it'll be fun. It'll be good. And, I don't know. Hopefully you guys stick around and enjoy. And I promise they won't be as boring as this one. It's just kind of me on my own, and I'm gonna be figuring it out and stuff like that. But I'll be hopefully posting once or twice a week, because that'd be good, and kind of getting back into the groove of it. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed me sitting next to the bougie fireplace and just having a good time. And like I said, we kept this one short because I'm kind of just hopping back into it. I gotta get used to it again, But yeah, I appreciate you guys, for watching, and I appreciate the support, and I really do think this will go into a good direction. So, but yeah, I'll finally got my life together a little bit more as of recent, and it's not as crazy and chaotic. That I'm excited that I'll be able to keep up on this and have a good time with it, and I hope you guys have a good time and enjoy too. So anyway, well, thanks for tuning in to the Late Night Boys podcast. And as Spencer would used to say, but now I will say, peace.